Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Inspired versus Tekko 1012. Tekko 1012 spawning as, well, the red human player on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Inspired spawning as, let's change the colors around, yep, the pink human over here on the bottom left. Human versus human, a mirror match, and well, we'll see what unfolds in this 1v1 matchup. 1v1 matchups, well, human mirror matches have been known to be a little bit dry. Archmage versus Archmage with priests and spellbreakers, but that was times of old. With the addition of Sundering Blades, that was mainly used to try and help with the human versus undead matchup. The Sundering Blades on those knights are now very effective against those spellbreakers, and because of their hit points and armor, makes them a bit better in that engagement. Problem though is that they are not ranged units, and well, can often get surrounded by or get into a little bit of trouble when trying to go up against a swarm of those spell breakers. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this 1v1 matchup, how things are going to be unfolding here, and what really needs to be seen and to make this battle overall effective, and how the game is going to be played. Archmage coming in from both sides, Inspired and Tekko both going for those Archmages here, and well, with that, it looks pretty much a true mirror match. Both players going for similar strategies and similar openings. Autumn Leaves, a map that generally doesn't have a very safe expansion to try and set up. This does seem a little bit far away. There is the Kobold Geomancer who does cast a lot of slow, and well, you are very much exposed to different routes to try and defend this expansion. I mean, the front expansion actually has you expanding towards your opponent's base and is also very wide open. A 5-4-3 creep camp right here is going to get cleared up very quickly by Tekko. A very aggressive creep pattern. Is it going to get scouted out? That is the question. All right, Archmage coming back across. Is it going to be able to see across this far line here? Yes, it is. Inspired does in fact spot it. Drops another water elemental. Who's going to get that last bit of experience right there? As you can see, the Archmage is already lining up to get the item, and he does steal the item, which is a clause of attack +5. Archmage does have some experience on the board. Are we going to see a little bit more damage there? Peon or Peasant going to get taken down here as the Forest Troll Trapper has taken a bit of damage, gets an ensnare off on the Inspired's Footman, and now Peasants are getting taken out by both sides here. All right, great job by Inspired to take that early experience lead, but is going to end up losing a water elemental here, as we are seeing a level 2 Archmage with that Brilliance Aura getting in a little bit of additional mana. All right, Tekko gets that level up as well, able to drop down a water elemental, get some Brilliance Aura going as the units are looking to engage once more. Coming down over here to the bottom left-hand side of the map, Archmage continuing to battle it up here, exchanging fireballs, going back and forth once more as the Archmage now heads over here to the top left, perhaps going to try and, well, clear things up in just a little bit. Coming back around, Forest Troll Trapper gonna get finished off. Meanwhile, we're looking at the Archmage going after the Ogre Magi Militia, going after the Forest Troll Trapper here, and both sides, well, Tekko is actually trying to stay a little bit closer to home while creeping. Inspired is using the creeps as a resource and trying to take all of his opponent's creeps, and this is going to end up being very effective for the second group of heroes. The second group of heroes are going to, well, what is this? Militia actually creeping away from all of the action here. So Inspired is still creeping back at home while creeping with the Archmage in this front line spot, getting very close to level 3. Meanwhile, while Tekko returning the favor, clearing out his opponent's expansion as well. If he's able to clear this up easily, he may actually be able to get to level 3 first. Teching the tier 2, nowhere to be seen actually by Tekko. Inspired is nearly there. Where is Tekko spending his gold? He does have a slight supply advantage, 36 compared to 29. But off of that, is he trying to set up an expansion or do anything? 14 workers compared to 17. It looks like he could be trying to go for an expansion at some point, as Inspired now looks to pull back here. Archmage already sitting at level 3, bringing in the battle and the fight already here. There goes one peasant. Arcane Tower is now down. Those water elementals do not look to, well, stand up for very long, as the footmen are now just flooding and swarming inside on this base. Perhaps taking down the Altar of Kings would be the better call here. Meanwhile, the opponent is now pushing inside here as a Wand of Lightning Shield on a Water Elemental. That is truly inspired there, as the Water Elemental runs out of Lightning Shield. We have another charge right there. We could have another charge being used once more. That's a beautiful time to use that Wand of Lightning Shield. Not quite sure why it wasn't used right there. More peasants could get taken down, but no microing happening here, as back across here trying to get some repairs in, as both sides putting pressure on the opponent's base. Archmage continuing to battle it up. No Arcane Vault, no Arcane Sanctuary here, no additional hero. This tech into tier 2 by Inspired, not getting very far at all, as Inspired is up against the rope, down by 13 supply. Meanwhile, Militia now being forced to retreat back here as well. There is a one footman of Inspired taking down perhaps one peasant there. Could take down perhaps a few more. There's another one right, oh, no, almost taking that down right there, as these peasants could get taken down more and more. Meanwhile, there is an expansion already up and operational by Tekko, as the Archmage now goes after more peasants again. All right, more peasants getting finished off here. Militia trying to finish off all of these peasants, and this is just feeding the Archmage more and more experience once more, as level 3.5 going up against almost level 4. Techo looking to retreat back here. Water Elementals continuing to fight. It really feels like Inspired, if he had just fought shield once more, could have taken down a lot of units or a lot of peasants back at his opponent's base. His opponent, however, now with an up and operational expansion, should have no problems bouncing back. Goblin Alchemist by Inspired to try and leverage that tier 2 advantage quickly. Doesn't want to get a Mountain King yet, going for the Alchemist here to prolong the attacks, now having Healing Spray. We are going into an Arcane Vault, Arcane Sanctum getting added in once more. There is an Arcane Tower here. Archmage going to be dropping a Water Elemental. It's going to be inching on its way over. And here we go into this fight, as this one footman could easily get taken down quickly. Level 4 now on the Archmage. Level 2 Brilliance, or another Water Elemental should be dropped in. And in comes the engagement here, as the footman now going after the workers. Arcane Tower pretty much being ignored, as all the peasants are just absolutely taking a beating here. I believe the footmen are actually on hold position to try and fight back against here. Water Elemental now going after some more units. Footmen now eventually starting to break free, as the Water Elemental gets taken down here. Healing Spray. Footmen with Defend able to reflect back a little bit of damage. Alchemist now being forced to retreat back. Water Elemental should be able to turn back around, as the Arcane Tower pushes back pressure. 35 supply compared to 34, 17 workers compared to 13, as well the Alchemist here with that Healing Spray representing a lot of longevity on all of these footmen, as these units are trying to push their ways back in. AM versus AM. AM of Tekko about to hit level 4. Meanwhile, AM of Inspired already at level 4 with that level 2 Brilliance Aura benefiting more, since he has additional heroes out onto the battlefield. Water Elemental continuing to fight, as first Sorceress now casting Slow to start picking off these fleeing units. Water Elemental was already a slow moving unit anyway. Footmen with Defend chasing after the Water Elemental, as the units backed away once more. Yeah, Wild Striker and a lot of peasant kills all the way around, teching the tier 2. Tekko trying to recover that there. A lot of bonus experience for Inspired so far, but Inspired really hasn't, I take it back. Inspired now transitioning into Blizzard here. So we are going to be looking at AoE healing and AoE damage. Where are all of these units going to be going? Archmage going to be coming across here. There's the engagement now. Alchemist now in that front line. Sorceresses are here. Footmen going to try and engage. Footmen with Defend going to go ahead and just drop right in already, as the units are now taking quite a bit of damage. Are we going to be looking at Blizzard? There we are. There's that Blizzard right there, hitting down many of those units, and it looks as though some of those peasants could get taken down as well. Are we going to get some repairs? No. Half damage effectiveness against the Arcane Towers. Didn't really take that much damage, as the Archmage completely loses all of his mana in that fight already because of that arcane tower. Peasants getting taken down here. Meanwhile, Alchemist getting very close to level 2. Can get enough footman kills or enough peasant kills to get the final bit of damage. Water Elemental is reflecting back a little bit of damage as well. Defend, Defend only researched on Inspired unit. Meanwhile, Tekko doesn't have Defend, but he doesn't really need it as, well, Defend generally useful against Water Elementals here. And there was that retraining to Blizzard once more. As this battle continues to fight on off over here, Inspired has to be careful, can't stick around in this battle. We are looking at dual Arcane Sanctums, Priest and Spellbreakers getting added in. Archmage with Boots of Speed will easily outrun his opponent here. Sorceress getting taken down here as the Water Elemental down. 1 or 2 more shots should finish it off. Yes, gets the Alchemist to level 2. Inspired sitting at 39 supply, going up against Tekko's 50 army sizes. Tekko is slightly at an advantage. However, hero level advantage for Tekko, definitely indeed, as the Archmage now looking to finish off the Forest Troll Berserkers and these remaining units down here. Alright, Militia now going to perhaps be swarming onto the other side. Footmen, Priest, Spellbreakers looking to join in on the fight. Archmage going to try and push on in. And what Tekko even bringing in Militia to the party. There is some Blizzard raining down. Damage going down onto some peasants as well. Healing Spray trying to counteract as we're looking at level 2 Blizzard dealing large amounts of damage, but that dual Arcane Tower extremely effective as draining the Inspired. Meanwhile, we are looking at Siphon Mana coming in from Tekko, as Tekko with Siphon Mana is such a strong utility hero at shutting down mana on the Archmage and that Alchemist. There's more Siphon Mana again, taking every bit of mana once more. The Blood Mage, however, going to be surrounded here in a little bit of a dangerous situation. Is he going to get surrounded? No. Tekko able to somehow squeeze through this tough spot. Scroll of Regeneration being used as the Blood Mage, well, gets into a little bit of a trouble. Blood Mage already surrounded by the trees once more. No, Inspired not playing well there, allowing that Blood Mage to escape from what could have been an easy hero kill, who has been doing a great job shutting down all of the plays that Inspired has wanted to do. Acid Bomb now throwing down as well. Continual damage over time coupled with negative armor. Go after this one footman. Oh, there's Blizzard again trying to rain down once more from behind the trees. And there is more damage there once more. Arcane Tower down to 75 and half damage to those towers again. Trying to finish things off. There are some repairs, but they're repairing the wrong tower as auto attacks finish off one there. Continuing the fight once more. Alchemist completely out of, or nearly out of mana again. Brilliance Aura trying to give more mana to that Alchemist still, as the Priest are now trying to retreat back. Alright, constant engagement, constant fighting here as we're looking at double level up, level 5, level 3, and Inspired's attack suddenly going to become that much more powerful. Do you go for level 3 Blizzard? Apparently you do, racking up that damage, 25 damage per wave against these buildings. Thank you for the follow, as that Archmage is just, well, dishing out the damage and trying to minimize any effective mining whatsoever. Archmage continuing to fight it up here. The Sorceress's Priest trying to, well, regroup once more. Spellbreaker joining in on the battle. Blood Mage could easily get in another Siphon Mana. Archmage trying to find the proper position and finds another Blizzard. A bunch of peasants could get taken down. Farm's going to get lost as well, as this damage is still racking up here. Siphon Mana from the Blood Mage, taking all of that precious mana away. But now the Spellbreakers saying, you know what, Blood Mage, you have been far too strong. Let me focus you down a little bit as well. Spellbreakers looking to fight back again, and this is just an anti-magic battle going around the board here, as the Water Elemental could end up getting taken down. Alchemist still sitting at level 3, has level 2 Healing Spray, really prolonging this attack here, now going after some of the other units as well. Archmage still sitting at, well, has enough mana, could turn back around, try and Blizzard from behind, take down some of these units. Now going after some of these priests. This is just a prime spot. So much low hit point peasants. Two just a little bit further along, and so many peasants would have been lost. He didn't continue that push. So many low hit point peasants right there could have been taken down, but the Arcane Tower finally does get taken down here. Inspired could try and push its way through the single file line, trying to get in and out. The militia are not blocking really all that much as the peasants are getting taken down. Archmage back up to 100 mana, could be throwing down more damage here. All right, Alchemist getting surrounded. Are we going to see a Scroll of Town Portal transfer? Yes, we are. We're going to see a Scroll of Town Portal used. Yes, we are. And this battle, first time, finally coming to an end as both sides opt to reset. An arcane vault was built by Inspired to try and buy some additional items. 46 supply compared to 50. And with this, Tekko has been mining a lot more gold, but hasn't really come out ahead. Inspired almost level 4 now on that Goblin Alchemist, level 5.5 on that Archmage. And all right, asking for a little bit of help right there as peasants now trying to set up a expansion, not able to do so as a footman is still right there. All right, a couple of easy buildings could get taken out. Archmage could easily blizzard right here. You can see scout tower already there. There's the blizzard Archmage trying to stop this, but not going to be able to do it all that well as the units are coming in from the other side again. Scout tower down to, well, it's now starting to finally take some damage. 25 damage per wave. All of 50 damage per belt. That is 500 damage on units as we are looking at, well, that scout tower down to 50 hit points. All right, Alchemist getting surrounded. Healing spray is going to be able to break free. Yes, it does. Acid bomb onto the Archmage. Archmage losing that bonus bit of mana from that, or armor from that ring of protection, as we now see Blizzard raining down here. Going to be effective against those against the footmen and the water elementals, but not very much of anything else, as we may need to see Inspired retrain into something again, as we're looking at more Blizzard raining down, destroying this mining operation. Spellbreakers continuing the fight here. This is turning into a Spellbreaker, Priest War, Sorceresses, well, a bit of a liability now that you're just going to constantly control magic between the two. More Siphon mana going down. Archmage getting Healing Sprayed, or Archmage getting Siphon mana. Meanwhile, Healing Spray, Flame Strike now coming through as a bunch of casters could fall right there. Siphon mana taking Alchemist as this battle still is not coming to an end. Inspired now setting up the expansion over here on the bottom left, but there are too many Spellbreakers. It looks like Tekko is going to be able to push back Inspired as the Inspired expansion now finally getting up and operational. Techo sitting on 51 supply, has 12 workers. Does he also have a Goblin Shredder? No Goblin Shredder here. So Tekko actually has a large amount of lumber. He's been banking a good amount of lumber and now trying to retrain some of those lost peasants. Back at home, Scroll of Regeneration Archmage at level 5, on the cusp of level 6 there, as this, Flame Strike going to, shut down this expansion fairly quickly. Archmage, Blizzard across multiple units. Is a footman going to get taken down? Yes, it does. Gives level 6. Are we going to see Control Magic? Yes, we are. Inspired now taking some of his opponent's units again, as the Flame Strike could go down. Inspired now trying to move. Going to lose a couple of workers, or a couple of units there, as the Alchemist is in that front line spot. All right, he is completely surrounded, trying to break free, and he does do exactly that. Level 3 Brilliance Aura over level 3, or over the ultimate ability, as the mana is going to be just that much more powerful indeed. Spellbreakers trying to finish off this Archmage. Archmage getting in a little bit healed up, down to 76 hit points, and able to break free once more. Meanwhile, Bloodmage gonna try and do a bit of damage and saying, you know what, I too can do flame strikes and AoEs on your gold mine line and try and shut you down. All right, continuing to fight back and forth here. Alchemist continuing to push. There's that Siphon mana Archmage all the way already retreating back. Plenty of mana. Control Magic going to be a bit of a liability for Tekko now, as Control Magic will easily take over those water elementals, and on top of that, with level 3 Brilliance Aura, should never ever be low on mana at all. In Archmage of Inspired, actually a bit of trouble. It needs to retreat back once more. All of the mining has come to an end, or was stopped and halted momentarily, as we're looking at 11.7 here compared to 5.760. And Tekko has a large amount of gold mined, but it doesn't really translate yet out onto the battlefield. Alchemist trying to get to level 5 perhaps. Archmage still backs away here. No Scroll of Town Portal, no Staff of Sanctuary. We are only sitting at Keep, not upgrading to Knights, as a lone water elemental here puts pressure on this gold mine. Both sides are now sitting in low upkeep. Still better mining for the fully saturated gold mine of Tekko, but there's only 10 minutes of mining left. Coming back around, Water Elemental could try and put pressure here. Well, there's some Blizzard missing that target. Inspired. Well, not an inspired play at all, just perhaps trying to stop units from making their way through. There's a control magic, but that Water Elemental needs to get quite a bit healed, as we may have control magic wars here in just a second. All right, getting into the battle here. Spellbreakers trying to fight back here. Upgrades 0-0 on both sides, as 46 supply compared to 44. Our Archmage does have Blizzard here, and that Blizzard is creating a little bit of a zoning effect for the casters in the back. Meanwhile, we are getting in some flame strikes on this gold mine line here, as that Water Elemental quickly gets taken down by Dispel Magic. Spellbreak, or yeah, Blizzard really not doing much here in Warcraft 3. As in this game of Warcraft 3, as the Spellbreakers have a little bit of a standoff going off back and forth. Archmage continuing to fight back here. There's that Siphon Mana. Archmage actually could easily Blizzard here, finally, and finally making a bit of a difference on those priests who are trying to make their way through. Siphon Mana away from that Alchemist, and well, who's going to be able to come out on top? That is still the question. Arcane Tower about to come online, trying to continue to get some more repairs here as the Archmage trying to break that link here. All right, Footman going to get taken down here. Spellbreakers now trying to push on through. And, well, inspired with all of the additional heal, able to deal more damage. Flame Strike coming in from Tekko again. And, well, the Flame Strike, however, doesn't deal nearly as much damage. That initial damage is high, but not as consistent as that Blizzard damage. All right, Archmage continuing to come back across. Coming back across here, Blizzard not doing much still, as the Spellbreakers walking through that snowstorm once more. Alchemist, stalling at level 4. I thought that sudden double level up from 2 to 4 to 5, 2 to 4 to 3-5 would have made a much more a larger impact in the game. That's not happening here. Instead, Techo is able to hold on to this expansion here. Meanwhile, this expansion is still just now getting underway. Dire Wolf now looking to retreat back, and this could be a problem, as, well, Inspired is not yet done mining this location. Needs to finish off some of these units. Inspired Dire Wolf going to get items. There it goes. There's a Flame Strike unit. Rune Bracers to reduce the amount of spell damage by 33%. That doesn't really help against anything that his opponent is bringing to the table. No spell damage anywhere. Water Elementals, maybe Flame Strike, but that is pretty much it, as we are now looking at Healing Spray on that front line. Level 5 Alchemist, level 3 Healing Spray, completely negating any damage that Tekko can really try and add up to do here, as the Siphon Mana going to shut it down a little bit more there. All right, Blood Mage down to 67 hit points. Potion of Greater Healing used there, as that is able to back up again. Meanwhile, Alchemist still having plenty of mana. So much Siphon Mana, so much Blizzard, but still the Alchemist constantly finds ways to get mana with that level 3 Brilliance Aura. Look at that mana and that regeneration there, trying to retreat back. Well, if that Archmage could continue to trade up that Brilliance Aura, it would almost be as strong as an Obsidian Statue. Alchemist continuing to fight their way back through. There is a Blizzard now raining down. Alchemist now trying to retreat back against Spellbreakers in that front line spot. Alchemist perhaps needing a little bit more of additional mana. That Blizzard not doing anything. And here, as the units are now going to retreat back again, are so far retreating back. Arcane Towers in position. Spellbreaker or Blizzard once more raining down. Someone needs to tell Inspired that you do not Blizzard down Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers just will not take any damage here. You need to be able to get to that back line, but the range on those Spellbreakers really do become a bit of a problem. All right, units continuing to back away here. More mining underway once again. And, control magic, getting a water elemental, but that water elemental will quickly get destroyed, as we're looking at level 6 now on Tekko's side. 6-4 going up against 6-5. Inspired no longer really having a major hero level advantage at all, as both sides are still using level 3 Brilliance Aura over Mass Teleport. All right. Archmage trying to push through again. Are we going to see the death of a Spellbreaker? Yes, we are. Peasants now trying to retreat back. One peasant could get taken down. The other two, Militia now retreating once more. Inspired with his back against the red army of Tekko, saying, I don't see you. You are not there. Yeah, it's like a little child trying to turn his back, saying, I don't see you. You don't exist. When, well, Techo is about to start feeding on this location again. 62 supply compared to Tekko's 79. Techo having the major supply advantage as Flame Strike now hitting Inspired's army, and that's really where you need to hit. You need to hit the casters that are vulnerable to all of that damage. Priest now being forced to retreat back as the Spellbreakers are going to be healing up once more. Spellbreakers trying to get healed up. That one Spellbreaker down to 73 hit points and able to back away and stay alive again. More Blizzard now raining down and finally hitting some of those additional units once more as the Archmage gets into the proper position. Alchemist is going to go around turn, healing spray, take a little bit of damage, be a great front line as the Blood Mage says, you know what, that mana looks delicious. Let me go ahead and Flame Strike here and let me show you how to properly use AoE as the army once again moves back. However, a couple good waves of Blizzard do hit the Priest right there as the Blood Mage could try and land another Flame Strike here. There's another Siphon mana instead, and taking away all of that precious mana once more. There's a Flame Strike going down onto the workers instead, and well, the worker kills are also taking quite a bit of a toll as Inspired no longer mining from this base at all. All right, trying to get some more peasants back over there. Main bases are now mined out, but Tekko is going to be, well, mined out of his expansion in about 3 minutes. Tekko has the larger army, but is going to end up losing a bit more, and he's not repositioning his army just quite yet. There goes another Flame Strike. Tekko gets in a couple more peasant kills there. There goes, 4 more peasant kills again, as this one peasant gets taken out as well, even with a bag of gold on his back. Eager to get to work, eager and just really working to death. Poor peasants once more as Tekko now retreating back to his respective corner, looking to see what his follow-up strategy is going to be. Inspired only has one worker, and that is it. That only one worker compared to Tekko's 16 army sizes. Inspired actually has the larger army. Right now, 49 compared to, or not, to take it back, 49 to 50. It was the larger army temporarily. Level 5 now on that Blood Mage going up against a level 5 Alchemist. And the peasant kills, the sheer number of peasant kills by Tekko's Blood Mage may be the difference. Oh. As my mind considers the possibilities, Inspired, it's awfully close to level 6. Transmutation with level 3 Brilliance Aura. That could be, well, the defining factor of this game. Phoenix is also going to be very powerful as well, especially since there is no anti-air coming across from Inspired at all. Continuing to fight this fight this back. As still, units are now retreating back here. 66 supply compared to 54. Trying to get a couple more workers. Trying to get full saturation here once again. As the units are now looking back. Too much lumber. Too many workers for Tekko. As Tekko now going into workshop and should be looking to set up an expansion. This gold mine is going to end up finish mining here. There's a Blizzard now coming back down. This Arcane Tower going to get shut down here. Spellbreakers trying to finish things off. Finish off all of these units. Can the Alchemist actually level up? And Inspired really needs to look at how close his Alchemist is to that next level. If he can level up, nope, gets up to level 7 on the Archmage, and now finally goes for Mass Teleport. All right, Mass Teleport, going to be able to wander around the map, get into and out of favorable situations. Very Inspired. You tried to Blizzard a single Spellbreaker. That's worse than trying to Blizzard like 4 Spellbreakers, because your auto attack there would actually deal more damage. All right, coming back through. For those of you guys who do not know, transmute also works on Spellbreakers. So you are in fact able to take that. We are going to be looking at a couple of spellbreakers stealing a bunch of gold or a bunch of spells right there. We see Roar and Inner Fire on the Archmage, Alchemist. Well, Book of the Dead now picked up right there. Paladin picked up here, and we are looking at Skeletal Archers now making their way off to the north. What's really going down? The third hero out onto the battlefield, as we are looking at an offering of a Book of the Dead, giving some experience to that Paladin straight out of the gates. Meanwhile, off to the north here, Ring of Regeneration now dropped. Tekko should pick up that Ring of Regeneration, give it to the Paladin, and with Divine Shield, that suddenly acts as a decent heal on that Paladin over time. All right, Blizzard continuing this fight here. I don't know how many more Blizzards I need to see against Spellbreakers Inspired, as the units are now trying to move off. Now, Inspired is mining. He does have the better economy. You can see more gold per minute. Meanwhile, off to the north here, no new base being built at all. Techo perhaps needing to do a little bit of creeping to get some additional bit of gold. Also, did he sell some items? Not quite sure. All right. Blizzard coming across here, taking down this building. Yeah, not really doing much of anything here. Town Hall will get taken down. And, well, in comes the army from the other side. We do have mass teleport here, so Inspired is going to be able to make its way back over. Flame Strike, taking down so many of those peasants. That was a level 3 Flame Strike coupled with... Oh, and what a turnaround this is. That level 3 Flame Strike taking down all the peasants, repairing the building at the same time, and now Inspired, now in serious trouble himself, not able to get up to level 6. He is 29 experience away from ripping this game wide open. And is he going to be able to get it off the... Yes, he does. Alchemist gets up to level 6. Transmutation is now on the table, and Inspired should be able to win this game just through... He threw an acid bomb? Come on. There you go. Get some gold right there. All right. For all of you out there who have often... Well, all the times I've complained... or you've heard me comment on how powerful Tranquility is with that very fast cooldown. Transmutation has a 45-second cooldown. Midas touch, right? Alchemist doesn't really even need the clarity potion. Perhaps maybe as a backup. Here, are we going to be looking at more transmutation? Yes, we are. Down to 5 seconds now, making its way over. We're going to be looking at some transmutation here, trying to take down some more spellbreakers. Just go run and engage. Just go ahead and transmute. Thank you very much, and then retreat back. All right, Archmage already trying to retreat back here. Alchemist trying to break free. There is spell. Come on, Inspired. All right, invisibility. Gonna go ahead and turn around, healing spray some of those units. Paladin now in that front line spot. Needs a little bit more mana on that Alchemist, as Siphon mana really causing some problems here. Archmage can easily blizzard that backline spot, as the Alchemist still healing spray again, and now getting some acid bombs onto that backline. There is another Flame Strike hitting off all of these priests again, and the Alchemist really needs to control his magic and make sure that he constantly has enough mana for those transmutations at the right time. Making its way back down. Clarity potion perhaps on the Alchemist. Yes, to be able to use transmute at the right opportunity. Here we are. Alchemist needs to get into that front line spot. Alchemist constantly in the back. Poor positioning once more. Alchemist trying to get a little bit more mana again, and has enough. Alchemist should have boots of speed now. Oh, and there we go. There is another transmutation, getting that bit of gold, and using that clarity potion again. All right, Flame Strike going down. Caster's now trying to get away. A little bit of slow onto that Blood Mage. Units are now trying to retreat back here, and away at all of this at the gold mine off to the north, long distance mining. Blizzard still raining down here. Spellbreakers trying to retreat back. healing spray trying to come back across. Alchemist with level 3 healing spray trying to do much more, needs a little bit more gold or a little bit more mana again to do much of anything as a priest gets taken down on Inspired and more. Blizzard now raining down. Perhaps we're going to see some control magic onto some low hit point Spellbreakers. No, we are not seeing that at all. Holy Light coming back across as the Alchemist still not having enough mana, going up against the Spellbreakers, using healing spray instead to try and save those units, and well, took down a good number of Spellbreakers here. That is a great play by it. Meanwhile, buys a potion of mana, now trying to chase after some units, and will he be able to get the necessary distance? There's a transmute once more, getting in more gold, and that is actually a positive gold trade. Getting that right there as we're looking at a mass teleport off to the north to well, try and shut down this expansion. There's a ring of regeneration on the ground being left behind. Is it going to get picked up? Yes, it is. Alchemist wearing all the rings. 26 seconds more for that transmutation, and mass teleport is on a 4-second cooldown as that water elemental could just get controlled magic there, but at this point just take it down as you're just going to still continue to feed more experience to your opponent by taking down such a low hit point there. Alchemist, well, should never be in the front line if it does not have transmute off of cooldown. In siphon mana, taking away all of that precious mana right there as the Alchemist now has transmute available but not the mana to cast it. All right, gonna go ahead and try and mass teleport again, able to teleport away. All right, as I give my critiques of Inspired, I know it's easier said than done. The amount of the amount of things you need to keep track of during a game, so incredibly high. Alchemist currently invisible, and that is going to be incredibly important as well for those surprise transmutes. Well, to try and slowly chip away at Tekko's spell. Granite Golem, are they going to actually get spotted out? No, this is all during nightfall. The sight radius slightly less, and this is going to give, well, all of this a little bit more right here. All right, continuing engagement here. Alchemist is going to try and break free. Spellbreaker is going to finish off some units, waiting to see where the units are going to come back in from the other side. There is Blizzard now going down and hitting some of those priests right there as the units are now looking to make their way back. All right, did he transmute? Yes, he did, getting another Spellbreaker taken down as he looks to retreat back. Archmage continuing to retreat back as well. Does have Blizzard, gonna go ahead and rain that down as well. There's some healing spray, siphon mana from the Alchemist again, as the Alchemist is once more low on mana. All right, Spellbreaker, Control Magic, Blizzard raining down as we're looking at, well, Flame Strike going across the Priest. The Priest, if they take too much damage, are gonna die. Wow. Points, ends up staying alive. Siphon mana back into the Paladin. Paladin getting continual mana charges, going to be able to holy light some more units. Devotion or able to save that Spellbreaker there, that a little bit more of effective hit points as the Spellbreaker or as the Alchemist once more out of mana in that frontline spot. The level 5 Blood Mage shutting down the level 6 Alchemist as the units are retreating once more. Archmage is going to try and break free, break back again. Units are trying to, well, fall back once more. There's another mass teleport, and it looks as though, well, all the units will be back to safety. Once more, selling some items. Clarity Potion, Scroll of Regeneration. And Clarity Potion, Scroll of Regeneration, rinse and repeat that strategy over and over and over again. Does the Orange Bird work on Spellbreakers? No, it does not. It does magic damage. Spellbreakers are immune to magic, so it would be targeting the casters, which is really what everyone's targeting right now, with Blizzard, with Flame Strikes. But in this battle of attrition, I believe Techo just cannot get enough gold going to try and counteract this transmutation strategy. Siphon mana, Archmage turning around, Blizzarding right there as the army comes back the other way. Are we going to see the Alchemist? Yes, transmute. Is he going to transmute? Yes, transmute's a priest. All right. You transmute the most expensive unit on the board, but I guess because the priests are also very, very valuable targets, they are worth trying to transmute as the Paladin gets surrounded and gets shut down. All right, I believe the tipping point has been reached. Inspired is finally able to deal some true damage, taking down the level 2 Paladin, and now having a sizable army advantage, 58 compared to 39. Inspired really not mining at all. Well, one peasant mining long distance. The real gold coming from this Alchemist sitting at level 6, Transmute doing a large amount of work. Siphon Mana trying to break that link once more. Retreating back. Alchemist getting large amounts of mana still. We are looking what Alchemist intelligence actually fairly high at 30. Decent amount of mana. Flame Strike going down. Priest all getting in a good spread. Siphon mana once more. Alchemist losing a good amount of precious mana. Units are going to be retreating. Archmage trying to blizzard it down, trying to stop all of this mining, and there is an invisibility once more. Alchemist back up to 40 mana, needs to get more mana again, and now that he has transmute available, coming back down to the south here. All right. Just rinse and repeat. Take down a spellbreaker, even at full saturation. Your opponent is going to be getting 600 gold a second. All right, but you are able to steal a spellbreaker every 45 seconds. So you deal 215 damage, or you take 215 from your opponent and you gain 215. You actually have more gold than your opponent at that stage. That is a way to look at it if that Alchemist has the mana. Mana, however, has been the main issue throughout this matchup as the Spellbreaker is looking to retreat back again. Spellbreaker is trying to fight an Alchemist. Needs to just hang back here and well, I guess also use Healing Spray on fully healed Spellbreakers. Not necessarily what I would call great use of mana again, especially, Transmute was on cooldown once more. I take it back. If it works, it works. Alchemist is going to get a little bit more mana, perhaps level up. He's going to level up once more off of the next transmute. And leveling up off the next transmute may not sound like much, but every bit of mana regeneration on that Alchemist just becomes better and better. Ring of Regeneration sold. Where are all of the units going to go next? No items on any of these units here. Alchemist going to turn back around. Does he spot this? Yes. Going to throw the transmute, get the level 7, get some gold, and now up to 32 intelligence. You can see how much mana is on that Alchemist there. Midas's touch, that Alchemist getting so much gold, can hang back again and even using Chemical Rage at this point to be able to get in and out of the fight. Sitting at level 7. Going for level 3 Acid Bomb, level 3 Healing Spray, Water Elemental right there. Are we going to see some Control Magic? No, we are not. Are we going to see some Blizzard? There's an Acid Bomb going down. Alchemist now trying to retreat back. Doesn't want to lose mana. Loses a bunch of mana, even though his ultimate ability is nearly done with the cooldown. Now retreating back again. Alchemist down to 10 mana. Not very useful here. Very low hit point. Priest able to retreat back here. What is going to go down? There's Blizzard trying to, stop the other remaining units from being able to come on through. Archmage could drop. No, Mass Teleport. Going to go ahead and just head away and say, you know what? I don't want to stick around in this fight. All right. Alchemist using Healing Spray and then, immediately moving. Not the best course of action there again. A little bit more mining by Tekko off to the north. Tekko still getting in some repairs, still trying to mine more gold. Meanwhile, this gold mine, Inspired finally setting up his expansion here and trying to get some mining getting through. All right, we are looking at, this has only been not even half mined from this base. We are looking at the Alchemist getting ready. Is it going to try and go for another transmute? Should be able to do exactly that. There's Blizzard. Dire Frostwolf going to get taken down. A little bit more gold. Making their way through Acid Bomb onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage now at 0 armor, or only 2% damage reduction. Alchemist, yes, does go to transmute off once more. Flame Strike now going down, but missing all of those priests. Thank you for the follow, as all of the Spellbreakers are now still chasing. This game has still been all about the Alchemist sitting at level 7 and the Blood Mage, who has not been able to gain any additional experience to get the Phoenix. Without the Phoenix, that would have been the difference right there. Really good splitting and separation on all of those back line casters. All right. Inspired are just trying to create a little bit of a zoning effect with those blizzards, as we are now looking at a level 3 paladin. Alchemist once more dives on in, doesn't have enough mana, being forced to retreat back again. Archmage could really use some better hit and run tactics, saving mana saving mana to line up better locations for the Alchemist to transmute. That could have been the better play, as we're now looking at, well, there goes the mass teleport. Where is he going off to? Going to be teleporting off to the north, taking down. There's a mass teleport right there. Alchemist does have enough mana, should have stuck around. Really could, he has mana, he could transmute. It's off of cooldown. Waiting for it, wait for it. Yes, there's the transmute once more. 45-second cooldown. That is absolutely huge. Archmage now trying to get back away. This could actually spell a little bit of a problem, as the units are now trying to fight and go into a little bit of a narrow corridor. There is invisibility on the Alchemist. Alchemist is going to stay alive and perhaps wait another 30 seconds to transmute again. He should have enough mana, as long as he doesn't try and break free from and try and cast a healing spray or an unnecessary acid bomb. Alchemist actually purposely blocking the steps of the opposing army, down to 15 seconds on that cooldown, and still running after this once more. All right, Spellbreaker is not going to be able to catch up here. Alchemist is sitting at, well, 4 seconds. Turn back around. Your cooldown is nearly done. Perhaps he doesn't know how quick. Nope, there goes another transmutation again. 150 mana. Clarity Potion once more being used, and that is how you use transmutation. You just constantly chip away at your opponent's army and are able to deal large amounts of damage. There goes that healing spray, actually forcing an engagement here. Siphon mana of Blood Alchemist, purposely holding on to a potion of mana as well, as we are looking at, well, Blizzard trying to rain down onto the priest there. Flame Strike causing all of the casters to move a little bit more, as the Alchemist used a potion of mana, and he didn't use it for the he used it for a healing spray, and only to see it siphon mana away from his opponent once again. Alchemist now looking to retreat back, has a new potion of mana, but is going to take a little bit of time to use it and recharge it again, as the Arcane Tower is now trying to destroy these water elementals here. Alchemist should be able to use that potion of mana, try and get another, as we now see Phoenix coming online. All right, is Phoenix going to come online? Or are we going to see level 3 Siphon Mana? Both would be a decent call. It's Flame Strike hitting across a number of casters here. One Sorceress trying to make their way through. Alchemist still in that backline spot. Did use the transmutation and still sitting at 40 mana. May be able to get up a little bit more. All right, Phoenix is now online. Flame Strike now coming down. What is going to really be able to attack here? Spellbreaker standing in the fire and flames right there. Damage just raining down here as the Alchemist trying to healing spray these army back the other side. Techo now with a larger army, 69 compared to 45, and Inspired is just not using the Alchemist ability well enough. Phoenix Egg is now down on the ground. Is it going to get taken down? Trying to deal bonus damage, but there is some heals going off on the Phoenix Egg, and the Phoenix Egg does rehatch once more. Alchemist in serious trouble, trying to retreat back again, as that Phoenix is now suddenly, well, shifting everything around. Water Elemental going to get taken down, as the Town Hall may get taken down as well. Inspired going to lose this expansion here, and now Tekko with a very, very large supply advantage going to come out with the victory. Inspired unable to carry with a level 6 Goblin Alchemist, or level 7 Goblin Alchemist. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this game in the comments below, and I will see you next time.